Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today in this video we will discuss about the concept of constraint, that is null value constraint and entity integrity constraint, and also we will discuss about the referential integrity constraint. So in my previous video I have discussed about the concept of super keys, candidate keys and the primary keys. For this you can see the link in the description and can follow the video. So now we will start from the null value constraint. So as I have discussed in my previous video also, that what is null value and where we can use null value. But here we will discuss about the null value constraint. Okay, so according to it, as I have considered a relation, employee relation. Okay, here in employee relation I have names of the employee like Paras, Neha and Himani. Okay, so these names can't be null. Okay, because each and every individual we know that have the specific name, so name of the employee cannot be null, and for that I will set the constraint that is not null constraint, that the value of employee name cannot be null in any condition. This was about the null value constraint, that sometimes it is required that certain attributes cannot have null value. For example, if every employee must have a valid name, then the name attribute is constrained to be not null, which I have told you earlier also. Now only that name of the employee cannot be null at any point if we know the name of the employee. Why we will set it as null? So it is not null constraint, that the name of the employee cannot be null at any condition. Next is entity integrity constraint. So what does it mean? It says, like in my previous video I have discussed about the candidate key and the primary key. The candidate key, what it says, that the set of attributes which have the unique value. Okay, so from that set of attributes I will consider one as a primary key. So in entity integrity constraint, it means that the primary key which use the unique value. Okay, the primary key of a relation cannot have null value. For example, I have taken employee id as a primary key. So employee id will be unique for a particular employee, that cannot be same. Okay, or if I consider a person relation, so in that I will take the Aadhaar number, voter ID card number and the PAN number of an individual. So as we know that Aadhaar number, voter ID card number or the PAN card number cannot be same of the individual. So in that case, if I take Aadhaar number of a person as a primary key, so I can't set it as null value. Okay, because it cannot have null value as each and every individual has unique value. So the reason behind this constraint is that we know primary key contains no duplicates. Okay, so as we know that the unique Aadhaar number will specify the unique id of the person. Okay, but if I will set if I don't know Aadhaar number of any particular person, I will think that I can write null over there. Okay, because at the time of data entry I don't know the Aadhaar number, but at that time what will happen, if I write null value in more than one tuple, so it will become duplicate data, but primary key cannot be duplicate. So at that time entity integrity constraint works, that my value can't be null in the case of primary key. Okay, next is referential integrity constraint. So for this, let us consider an example of department relation and teacher relation. Okay, So here you can see that the department, after department I have taken the attributes named department name, department ID, number of teachers, and in teacher relation I have taken the attributes name as teacher name, teacher ID, department ID and subject. So in both the relation you can see that department ID attribute is same. So what does it means? That it is referencing that my relation teacher is referenced by the department relation. Okay, so in this case what it will happen, like department ID is the primary key of department relation. Why is it so? Because department ID will be unique for each and every employee. In the same way, teacher ID is the primary key of teacher relation, as teacher ID will be unique for every teacher. Okay, so in this case you can see that department ID is common for department relation and teacher relation. Okay, so in this case what we will say, that department ID of teacher relation must have a value that exists in department ID. So in this case what will happen, that one relation will be referenced by the another relation. So like R1 is my department relation and R2 is my teacher relation. So in this case R1 is called the referencing relation of R2, means department relation is the referencing relation of the teacher, as the teacher relation has the same attribute of the department ID which is referenced by department relation. Okay, so the main purpose of this constraint is to check that data entered in one relation is consistent with the data entered in another relation. Okay, means if I will enter any data in teacher relation, so that will not contain any duplicacy with the department relation. Okay, so that's why we use this constraint, referential integrity constraint. After that, it is that the concept of foreign key. Okay, for this a foreign key may also refer to the same relation. For example, suppose we have to create a database of all residents in a colony along with their best neighbors. Consider the following relation. So let us consider a relation of residents. Okay, so what it relation consists with the attributes named name, RID, block number, house number, floor, neighbor RID. Okay, so this RID, that is resident ID, is the primary key because each and every resident have its own unique ID. So at that time it will become the primary key of this relation. Okay, now I have to store information about neighbor. So for that we have created the foreign key, that will be the neighbor resident ID. So that references RID of resident. Okay, because it will reference this neighbor resident ID will refer to the resident ID, because I have to create a database of the residents in a colony along with their neighbors. Okay, so for this I have make it the referenced with the reference ID and the neighbor reference ID. So this was all about the concept of null value constraint, entity integrity constraint and referential integrity constraint. So in my next video I will discuss with the next concept, that is structured query language. Till then, have a nice day and thank you.